Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boscheman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the forecast for May 2023 for each life path number. Now, if you're interested in sort of an understanding of the collective energy for May, as well as your own personal month forecast for May, which will include the moon, the full and the new moon, which is also includes the eclipse that's coming up in May, then make sure to check out your personal month forecast, which will be coming for the month of May towards the end of April. So keep an eye out for that. Know that the calculations for the personal months are different to the life path energy. So make sure that you do your calculation before you listen to that. If you missed your personal month forecast for April, those are up. So make sure you have a listen because it also includes eclipse energy that we're going to be working with for the next 3 to 6 months. So that's important. Okay, so this, of course, is a general forecast. If you would like a personalized forecast or a personal numerology reading, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the life path numbers for May 2023. Life path number 1. So I pulled an animal spirit message for you all for the month of May, and this is such beautiful energy. I love it for you all. You got bluebird energy. And so this is this energy of sort of moving out of some kind of difficult emotional storm. So if there was some kind of strife or some kind of major challenge that you've been moving through, this month you could see a release from that, right? Like overcoming what you needed to overcome, moving into sort of freedom from strife, right? So this is a very freeing energy, a very releasing energy, and it's sort of this brings with it this like aha moment. And so you're going to probably see much more clearly why it is that maybe you had to move through whatever it is that you were asked to move through, right? And to recognize that you overcame whatever that was, right? So what is the wisdom that you can take with you now as you move forward? This is incredibly beautiful energy. It asks to be seen. It asks to be heard. If you've ever seen a bluebird in the wild, and I'm thinking of the mountain bluebirds that we have in Colorado, they are incredibly beautiful. They stand out against any backdrop. They're just, you cannot miss them. And that's the sort of energy that's coming through for you all for May, is to not minimize who you are, to not minimize your shine, but to stand out and just to be really aware of and celebrate your beauty and celebrate the strength that you have and what you've acquired from moving through whatever it is that you've recently had to move through. So I do see you sort of not only getting your wings this month, but really learning how to use them and not being ashamed of your ability to fly. Not to sound too cheesy, but that's really what's coming through. So beautiful energy for you all for May. Now, it's interesting because this month you all are working with 4 energy. And so this 4 energy is going to sort of slow things down. It's going to ask you to get very serious about your foundation. What is it that you're trying to build? Know that whatever you start this month, whatever you really put your heart and soul into this month and initiate, it's going to take time, right? It's going to take you mastering each step and thinking big while focusing on the details, right? So that you can achieve whatever it is that you're moving towards. But 4 energy is not instant gratification energy. It's going to force you to sort of look at the foundation, see where the fault lines are, see where it is that you're holding yourself back, where it is that you're not appreciating your gifts or your achievements or your wings, right? Like with the bluebird. And so it's going to ask you to really get serious about, again, what it is that you're building and not be delusional about it, but, have that sense of optimism as you move forward. But also 4 energy brings the realism. It's going to bring the reality of the situation and put it right in front of you. And it's going to say, this is what we're working with. These are our limitations. What do we need to do to overcome those limitations? If it's what we feel we want within our soul, right? Within our heart. 4 energy is very heart-centered, very heart-focused. It's going to lead with the heart, and then the mind, the knowledge, the logic is going to assist it in that journey. So the 4 is going to say, this is what we're working with. What are your limitations? What are you up against? And it's going to be up to you to figure out, again, who do you need to call in to assist? Who can you collaborate with? What are the steps that you need to take to be able to sort of, again, overcome those limitations? 4 energy is going to ask you to be very meticulous when it comes to each step, because whatever it is that you're building is meant to last the test of time. And it's meant to be something, again, that you become the expert at. Like this is your this is coming from the depths of your soul type thing, that whatever it is that you're building. And again, it could just be building a house or building that foundation of a family or however it comes in for you. But there's absolutely something here about getting very serious about what it is and really committing, potentially for the long haul, to what it is that you want to achieve, what it is that you want to create, and what you want to be a part of. If you put your energy, when it comes to 4 energy, if you put your time, energy, resources into something that your heart isn't in, you can stay loyal to that and you can continue to build that. But at some point, you're going to be rerouted and you're going to have to come back to the start line and start over. And a lot of times that's going to be very uncomfortable. So this 4 energy is asking you to slow down this month. Really take a deep dive into the foundation. What's missing? What needs some tweaking? What needs some help? Where is it that you're trying to skip steps, that you're not seeing that gratification? And so you are switching gears because you feel like, oh, well, this isn't for me then. Like I said, with 4 energy, it's very rare that we see instant gratification. And so it's very easy to give up too soon. 4 energy is testing energy. It's going to keep testing you. It's going to keep asking you, is this what you want? And sometimes those tests can be incredibly challenging. So we just have to check in with our heart center and ask ourselves, is this what I want, right? Is this what I feel in my soul is what I'm meant to be doing? If the answer is no, then redirect. Change gears. If the answer is yes, then this energy is going to ask you to stick with it, persist, keep moving towards whatever it is, be determined, just like the goat, like Capricorn energy. You see the summit, you want to move towards that summit, but you know it's going to take time and energy and resources and commitment. That's what this 4 energy is going to ask you to do with whatever it is that you're starting this month. So just be aware of that. It can bring up things around the actual structure of the home, like the physical home. So there might be some things that come in that need your attention. Don't wait, don't overlook that. Make sure that you pay attention to it and take care of it so that it doesn't become a bigger problem than it needs to be. Same thing with the physical body where the soul sits, the home of the soul, right? There could be some things that come up that need your attention this month, physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever, where maybe there's some faults in the foundation, right? And so just make sure that you pay attention to that you address it, and that you give it the attention that it's asking for, right? Don't overlook it. This can be a great month to start a new routine of some sort, or do something a little bit different that you haven't done before when it comes to your holistic health, right? So this is a really beautiful month to, again, slow things down, really be meticulous, be very intentional in what it is that you put your energy towards, knowing that it may take time to build whatever this is, so that you can become the teacher in whatever this is. And share your wisdom. There's a lot of wisdom that comes with 4 energy. So there's a lot to tap into. And again, I come back to Bluebird energy of don't minimize yourself. Don't be too reserved when it comes to putting yourself out there. Okay? So I hope it's a beautiful month for you all ones. You certainly deserve it. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.